Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It feels so weird coming back to record a video. I haven't recorded a video in maybe a month. I would say maybe a month.
I got the sauce. You know I'm saucy.
Long time coming. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Quayla, aka Brenae Smilez. If you are not subscribed to my channel, what the heck are you waiting for? I mean, it's free. It's free. It's free. It's entertaining. It's free. I mean, I'm cool. And I mean, it's free. I like comments. My new trademark, my watermark this year is like heart eyes, sunflowers. So spam them in the comments at all times. I am coming to you today with a very sensitive video, but I probably gotta take this gum out of my mouth because I'm talking very strange. But oh child, y'all got me, y'all help me, Lord. First of all, my skin look real clear except my chin look like a sausage pizza. This video is going to be a video of me describing my accident that happened a few years back. So if you guys watched my insecurities video that I posted right before the new year, you guys will see my last insecurity that was listed was my smile. I'm gonna take this gum out. And excuse my candle right here. I got my aromatherapy stress relief, giving me some relief of my stress. Don't get too close to the pins now. I don't want to catch on fire. And I'm always like open, and you know, I talk about a lot of different stuff with a lot of different people, but this subject is very touchy. You could say I'm embarrassed, but that's not the word I'm looking for. It's a very touchy subject. Jesus. I want to be that YouTuber that you feel is your sister, you feel is your friend, you feel like you can confide in, or you know. So throughout the video, y'all might see me get a little weirded out because I don't talk about this much. Besides people that know me, and I mean know me, they don't know anything about this. Fear of golf carts started about 4 years ago. Let me take y'all back. So I was working at my local hospital, and this is like a private hospital, so it's very small. It's not small, but it's, you know, like not many, you know, franchises, and it's not like, you know, we was working an overnight shift, and I was into housekeeping, and I was really good friends with like the security guards, the nurses. I was pretty good friends with everybody at the hospital except management, child. One night I was on my lunch break and I signed out, and I was up at the front, the security booth, you know, talking to my friends at the security station, and which is on the complete opposite side. So
the housekeeping office or department is on the bottom floor, like in the basement floor, and it's on this side by the women's center of the hospital. Security is in the main lobby by the emergency room, which is all around the other side of the hospital, and it's on the first floor. So I go from basement to top and then walk the maze all the way over to the first floor of the security booth.
I decided that I was getting hungry and I was ready to go to my car, go to Wendy's, get me a sandwich, and come back. Instead of me walking to the car, one of the guy security guards offers me a ride on the golf cart to the parking garage, which is...
Okay, so this is the lobby. This is our department. This is the parking garage. So he offers me a ride, which would literally go outside of the doors and just drive around to take me there.
I take the offer, child, because for one, it was like 2:30 in the morning. It was dark, it was cold, and I ain't gotta walk. Free ride. So I guess they can't go outside of the building with one. It's two people have to go together. So him and one guy was in the front and I was on the back. We get to the parking garage and there's this storm drain, you know, where the two crate drains sit on top of sit next to each other. City violation here. One of the drains was like that. Boop, and I whoop, fly off. To pause on me, these guys keep driving. They didn't realize I was off. They didn't drive too far before I guess they realized how far away my voice was, and they stopped to look, and then they, you know, got off. They didn't even back up. They got off and like ran to me like heroes, you know what I'm saying? Let's slow it down. Two seats. I'm sitting in this side and I'm holding on to the well, it's a rail here, and it's like a rail right behind me. So I'm holding on to this rail with my arm, my left arm. In the back, I'm holding on like this while we're going over crazy bumps, right? So as soon as we get to the storm drain, which I didn't know was broken, and he go over it, my hand, this hand is now down. This hand is still holding. So immediately, bam, hit this, my nose and stuff. It wasn't broken, but it was like bruised and it was hurt. I had like a mini scratch somewhere here. It's probably like from the metal or something. And then I went boop, boom, and hit the ground. So my face did not hit the storm drain. My face hit like a few inches, a few feet before the storm drain. All concrete. I was in shock. I didn't cry. I was just not really in much pain versus embarrassment, because I was like, dang, I literally just fell off this thing. These two dudes just look at me. I just fell and bust my behind. And so they came running to me, and one of them, you know, they helped me up. All this time I'm on the ground and I'm just like, you know, like, what the heck just happened? Like, did I just fly off this thing? And he comes, he picks me up, my hands are still shaking, and he looks at me, he's like, oh my God, you okay? You okay? And I was like, and he said, and I was like, what? So at this point, I could feel a little bit of my lip bleeding. My top lip felt numb, like this, like that. So this up here was numb, and this, by the end of the night, this was swollen. But like I said, at that moment, all shock kicked in. I didn't feel nothing. I didn't hear anything. This was numb, and my lip was leaking. So
this is the hospital. This is the street. This is the beginning of the parking garage. So the storm drain was literally right here. My car was like right here. So I literally walked maybe 4 or 5 feet to my car.
And I'm trying to get my keys, and I'm trying to look, you know, and this guy is just like he's not telling me what's wrong. All I see is blood, and I'm just like nervous, and I'm shocked, and I'm just, and the other guy is like, you know,
oh my gosh, again, oh my God, oh.
And I'm just like, what the freak is going on? Somebody talk to me, somebody tell me something. So I could not get my key in. The guy had to come and put my key in the hole and open my door, and I got inside the car, and I did not look. I did not look. My reaction was flight. Like, literally, I was not for go to Wendy's no more. I was not worried about that dang old chicken sandwich. I jumped in the car. It took me 3 minutes to get myself together. So I probably shouldn't have been driving at this point, now that I think about it. But I mean, hey, they went for to drive my car. Yeah, they just wrecked and threw me off the back of a go-kart. You went for to drive me and kill me and my car. You know what I'm saying? I just parked in front of the hospital, and I just sat there. And I'm like, do I go inside? Do I look in this mirror? So I go inside, and my friend is like, oh, blah. What am I naming? Charles. So she's like,
Charles just told me that y'all got into an accident. Charles just told me that something bad is happening. He's so in shock, he can't tell me what it is. He told me to ask you, and blah, 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 blah.
And I'm like, ask me what? And as my mouth is opening, she did what Charles did. So at this point, I got 2 heifers that's not wanting to tell me what's going on with me. I understand y'all in shock, but I mean, I should be in a little bit more shock. What the heck is going on? But at the same time, Quetta, you can't be mad, because you can be a grown-up and look in the mirror. But whatever. So I run to the bathroom, which is directly across the hall. I get in the bathroom, and I drop to the floor, y'all. You know when you're in shock or when something serious has happened, when you sit on a public floor bathroom, it's disgusting. And I know it's disgusting because I cleaned the bathrooms, and I hadn't got to that bathroom yet. So I look in the mirror, and this tooth is chopped in half. Well, not in half, diagonal. So the blood gushing from this lip was from that tooth stabbing me in it. These teeth were not bothered, but my jaw was displaced. So literally now, as you can see on the side, I have overbite, and this tooth was, you know, diagonal, and it was stabbed into this tooth. This tooth was numb, not only from this, but from this tooth, which is the absolute worst tooth. So this front tooth here was pretty much pushed into my gum. which was causing a lot of the blood from my front teeth, my top teeth, was pushed up and it was shattered. Like, you can do this and the teeth will just move. They take pictures, but I just can't really find them. If I could find them before I put this video up, I would probably not post them.
They rushed me to the ER, which is, this is the parking, this is security, this is our area, the ER is this way.
They're like talking about wait times and stuff, and at this point I ain't talking, you know. I'm still in shock and I'm like, oh my god, I ain't got no teeth. Like, I'm going crazy. And they're like, no,
She ain't for the wait, she work here. Let this girl go right there. Da, 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 da.
so a few of the guys that I'm cool with in the nursing, like the nurses in the emergency room, they running y'all, they picking me up like I was a star. Like, they was literally like giving me love, which I really appreciate, but in the long run ain't none of it helped me. So they rushed me in there, they sit me in there, they put an ice pack in my mouth, they hold my mouth, they take x-rays to see how everything was, like, you know, all my jaw and everything was out of place. They I guess checked the top, you know, the x-ray, the MRI, to make sure no more teeth were like shattered at the roots, stuff like that. So I ended up calling my brother, and I called London's dad actually, and I was crying and I could barely get any of my words out. Like, if you ask my brother today, he's like, wait, what? I'm like, lover,
I need you to, I just got into an accident.
he's like, you
I got into an accident, and I got into an accident, and I got into an accident.
What the hell happened at the accident? What are you talking about? What happened? What? I'm
like,
I don't know, but my mouth is bleeding, and I can't.
I still joke about it to this day. He said, how you gonna get home? That's what he said. And I was like, I live around the corner. And he was like,
yeah, but I mean, your car totaled. Like, you went through all that. How you gonna get here? I ain't got no car. You got the car.
and I was like, I didn't get into a car accident. I can drive home. So I ended up going home. I like walked up the stairs so slowly, like I had just had a baby or something. Like, my body was like stuck. I was just like, and I got into bed. I took pictures and stuff all of my face. They're up there like,
You need something. You need some water. You need a towel. You good. You hungry. Oh, you can't eat. You can't eat, can you? You need something to drink.
I'm like, listen, Jesus, like, thanks for the support, but shut the heck up. I'm gonna get workers' comp because it was an incident, a work-related incident that happened at work. But because it happened on my lunch break and I was clocked off, didn't go too well. So I wasn't gonna sue nobody, but the lawyer tried to get me to sue the hospital because it happened on their grounds, and the hospital was like, well,
We ain't do nothing to you, so it ain't our fault.
and then we tried to sue the city because the floor regulations, like the ground was all jacked up, and they're like,
When it gets jacked up, why would you drive on top of it? So
then we tried to sue the security company because they're the one that drove on top of it. But then the security company can't get sued because there was no negligence with the driver. Like, the driver wasn't drunk, he wasn't speeding, he wasn't doing nothing out of the ordinary, he just took the wrong turn. So all this back and forth for maybe a year, and I finally just gave up. I was like, you know what, when God ready for me to get my mouth fixed and he ready for it to be paid for and all this stuff, then we'll go from there. So I ended up, which brings me to the dental journey.